Crypto.com, Mr. Humphrey's making some moves, huh?
Yeah, getting some worldwide exposure right now with the World Cup. And this was smart, actually, to launch something kind of during this whole event, right? It's going on for a month.
What's the World Cup? What are you talking about? What is that?
FIFA World Cup, man. Are you? Oh, I thought you were serious for a minute. I'm like,
what is that? Man. I'm in Texas, man. We don't play.
It's kind of crazy. Real quick sidebar: soccer is the most popular sport in the world by a landslide.
Yeah,
except for the United States, which is kind of crazy. But it's growing in popularity. When I was living in London for a little bit, for a couple months, and I actually went to a couple matches. It's intense. Like we think we have like football, NFL rivalries, like American football rivalries.
Yeah,
it's nothing compared. You know why? And I was asking somebody about this when I was in London. I said, why is it so different? So, okay, who's the Cowboys' rival? Let's just say you're in Dallas.
There isn't one. I mean, it's
I guess maybe the Eagles or somebody in their division, somebody like Giants maybe or something, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the Giants or something.
Yeah.
All right, so like there you go. Like in the Browns Steelers, where I'm from, Cleveland. Okay, but even that's a big rivalry, right? But it's still like states away. This is like neighborhoods, meaning like if you're on that side of the road with the wrong T-shirt in these neighborhoods in London, like you can get jumped. Like that's how like deep these ties run, man. Like, dude, go to a Tottenham versus Arsenal soccer match.
Okay.
There's nothing like it, man. Like the animosity and like you could just cut the tension with a knife, man. I mean, it's like it's intense. But anyway,
why? But why is it?
Because it's very tribal, like because it's like neighborhoods. Like they're all in London. Like all these clubs are in London, right?
Okay.
But it's like Tottenham is like Tottenham is more of like the gritty keep kids in the neighborhood, right? Like they're on the side of town where like, you know, they're tough and they got their hard hats. And like, I'm giving you an analogy. Whereas like Arsenal's like the very corporate, very Cowboys, if you will. Right.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, they're up against the underdog team that's, you know, the fighters and the, you know what I mean? So it's like everybody kind of takes on their own little personality of the neighborhood. Right.
Yeah.
And
it's
not even a city. Like
I didn't know it was a neighborhood. I thought it was city to city, but it's obviously it's generational too, right? I mean,
100%.
Vastly 100%. Generational.
Yeah. There's a great pub in Tottenham. If you're ever in Tottenham, London, it's called the Bricklayers Arms. Go there. It's right across the street from the stadium, and just talk to some of the people there, man. It's unbelievable. I mean, they are diehards, man.
And they're kind of cool. I mean, we are not even doing what we talked about doing this video. By the way, here, let's do this. Hold on.
What are we doing here? Crypto.com has to do with soccer, though.
So, hey, Crypto.com has launched a deal, World Cup NFTs with Coca-Cola. They're crushing it. Now back to our regularly scheduled program, which is talking about soccer. So when you went into the bar, right? Tottenham bar. This is fun.
Yeah.
By the way,
man, it was awesome.
Unscripted. So you're a Yank in their eyes, Yank, right? But you're just like, so they were totally cool talking to you because you're just like, hey, what's the deal about this?
Just genuinely interested. Yeah. And I even asked them, I said, do you guys ever go to the games? And literally the stadium's right across the street. Yeah. They were like, no. That's for the corporate, like the real fans that they come to the pub.
Really?
I'm like, that's interesting. He's like, no, I've never been. I don't need to go in. Like that's, you know, that's for the people with money and they want to sit there and like, you know, do their thing. No. If you're a real fan, like you're in the pub. You're with your people in the pub.
And in that pub, and there's probably Tottenham's got there's another pub for another Tottenham group. And or you know, that kind of
it's
stuff.
Crazy, man. And they have certain CDs or in fact, I think it was a CD still. It was like an old CD player that they play an hour before the game, and they have to play this whole CD leading up to the match. And like, you want to talk about like rituals and traditions and like, bro, it's completely different than anything from a fan, you know, standpoint in the US.
Well, the US,
there's nothing that compares to it.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that in the US, the most rabid fan sport we have is football.
For sure. And like, there's some big fan bases. I mean, there's some, you know, the Bills fans up there. They're crazy.
Well, but like you can maybe say like Philly, right? Or
Philly fans are crazy.
And like in the city, yes.
Raiders even sometimes, yeah.
But to your point, it's
like
it
compared.
it's not the neighborhood. I always thought it was city to city. I didn't know it was neighborhood to neighborhood in like the UK. I didn't know that.
And that's the cool thing. Like London's such a big place, and so they're all club teams. So like they're all in the same city, but they're all rooting for somebody different within London. It's pretty cool, man. I mean, it's even if you don't like soccer, like you're not a huge fan, like you could just kind of respect the tradition and the history of it all there, man. It's cool.
That's cool. All right. Well, we didn't talk about what we were meant to talk about, but that's
crypto.com.
They're crushing it. World Cup NFT deal with Coca-Cola. There you go.
There we go.
All right, ClearCryptos. Check them out. Links in the description below. Fantastic. I think
we were going to talk about my trip to London.
Well, you know, that's the beauty of doing videos, man. You never know where sometimes you're going to go. All right. We'll see you guys. Have a good one. Bye.